The thing about being in presence is not that it's all unicorns and rainbows. It's sitting in this place where you can see through everything. And that in itself takes adjusting. You see through the structures of the world, this realm, groups, corporations, schooling, all of those things. But then you see through things on a more personal level, things that are in your face, the people that are close to you. You can see through their words and see what they're not saying. You can see through their actions or non-action. You can read body language as if time slows down and you see every movement. And sometimes it's fucked. It's fucked because you're seeing through these stories that have built relationships. And it's fucked because not everyone is at that, fucking barely anyone is at this level of awareness, sitting in presence and seeing through it all. And so you're having conversations with people and their surface level and your soul level. And the frequencies or the vibration are way off. You can see that. You can see all of it. And when you've lived this life and probably many other lifetimes of being on the surface level with them, but now going deeper, there is so much releasing that the body's been holding on to. So there's tears, there's anger, there's frustration, there's annoyance, there's love, there's joy. There's a whole array of experiences. I'm currently sitting in this. And I'm seeing through a really deep-seated story that Kate has held on to. And it's really hard to explain it to the person involved. because the love she has for them is so deep, but they just can't quite feel that deepness yet. So anything that she says seems like a personal attack on this person, on the story they've created for this connection, this partnership, this relationship. And she's seeing through their responses and actions, etc. And seeing it's actually not about her. And that she has held on to so many people's shit, this relationship and so many others. She believes if she helps them, not in a direct way either, just can I point to the problem here so you can see it? Can I explain to you how you said that and then reflect back to you what you've said? Can I help you heal? It's very subtle, it's underlying, it's not in your face. But she's held on to helping everyone. And in presence, you actually don't. You let them sit in it and experience it themselves. She's been trying to teach people the awareness. Unconsciously, she's been holding it all. She's been holding it all in all the different roles, like as a mom, a partner, a sister, all the roles. Even the mental loops about things others have done are not hers to hold. And sitting in this level of awareness means that she can't handle surface level shit. She can't sit in that realm anymore. Like, it's just too fake. It's so unstable. It is so about control, and the way you act then has an impact on someone else if you don't. Like, it's so fucking back and forth. It's so fucking unstable. Whereas presence asks you to anchor in. See what's playing out in front of you, whether you're involved in it or not. not to step into, doesn't not want you to step into mental loops or reactions. You're allowed to. But be the witness of it. And remembering presence and your awareness underneath all this means mid anger or mid emotional reaction, realizing this isn't me, this is old patterns, old reactions, whatever, and becoming that awareness and witness of it in the moment. So it's so fucking messy. She'll be screaming at her phone or screaming at someone, and mid scream, she'll see what's playing out and be like, fuck. Not fuck, I blame her, or fuck, she's wrong, but fuck, I can see what is happening here. And then it's like she remembers, so it's back in the present, but because she was just playing out a certain experience with someone, and her response then turned into, okay, and is quite calm, but not feeding into what was just happening, can be jarring for the other person on the other side, which she also appreciates completely. But she's just become aware of, oh, this is actually all not necessary. I'm okay, this is okay, you're okay. We're all fine. Like, this is all just an old story, an old habit playing out. And she can see where they sit in their level of consciousness, where she sits, and it's okay. Like, no one's actually doing anything wrong. And over the last 48 hours, she's been releasing this huge one. Huge fucking old habit and pattern of holding people's shit. And then understanding, okay, so if I'm not holding it, but this is the thing that I feel represents love to me or respect, then how do I voice that without stepping back into the habit or pattern or argument or deeming that person as wrong? Because they can't meet you where you are, they can only meet where they are. So she's learning what's true for her, what love looks like for her, what trust, value, respect, all those things look like for her. Not in a, I want to change or control anyone around me. It's a, this is what feels real. And it's never an action of, you must do this in order for me to feel happy. She's very content on her own. But in a partnership, in relationships, there's two people. So there's a dance. And they both have a voice of what they value in this relationship, in this dance. What role, not role, not what role at all. What they value. How they feel connection. And Kate's realizing that the way she feels connection is realness. She's here for all of it. She's here for the messy shit, the good shit, all of it. You can bring anything to her. Anything that's fucking truthful and deep and real, she is so here to hold that. Not hold it on her like she has, but hold that space of awareness around whatever it is, and be able to sit with them in it so that they can speak their truth without judgment, without a personality coming at them and attacking them. And for presence to hold that space and hold her, hold them, and it be this neutral space where realness can be shared and deep connection can be felt. So she's finding people who make crappy excuses or just can't even see that they're not telling the truth. Her boundary of like, no, you can speak to me when you have actually got to the truth of this. If you own your shit and bring that to me, ah, loving arms to you. Like, open for all of this. I'm not open for masking, hiding, fake shit. I'm not here for fake shit in any aspect of life. Work. I can't put on a face and act. I know how to be a professional person in the workspace. It's, the client um, dynamic that you're in. But we're also humans, we're also souls, we're also like so much deeper. So I can't bring fakeness there. Like there's true transparency when you work with me. But then there's true transparency in all relationships. You come to me and say, hey, I fucked up. Sweet. Do you know what that sentence would do? And can we straight into presence? The body will want to be on high fucking alert. But it's like, all right, let's go. Let's be here with this. Not saying Kate doesn't have boundaries. She does. There's certain things that she'll tolerate and she won't. But she can see deeply that actions of people, words of people, experiences of others is not a true reflection of her value, of her worth, of how much they love her or respect her. It's their own. So she can hold that, but then know when it's like, yeah, okay, I think you're taking the piss here. But when someone's welcomed with presence and someone who's not going to attack, that presence alone invites them to sit in their shit and feel it and actually become aware of it themselves so the cycle in themselves breaks. Because they have a space, a physical space, but it's really soul level, where they can speak truth, not be judged or attacked. And when you speak truth, I cannot explain the exhale of the body, the release of everything you've been holding around that truth. And when you release that truth and say it, I've found saying it out loud relieves half of the tension behind it, but then also you can see it clearly. So sitting in presence isn't rainbows and unicorns. Sitting in presence is allowing any type of experience and to be a witness of it. And in witnessing, it's released. In the speaking of truth, it's released. There's no walls put up, there's no personalities, there's no roles, there's no patterns or habits built around masking the truth anymore. It's just realness. And with realness comes real love, deep trust, deep appreciation. The integration of this presence in the close relationships that she's got is seeing through how she's played them out previously, and that integration is messy as fuck. She's processing what's in front of her, but she's also processing the story or the role or the whatever she's held on to at the same time. And so it can look so messy and feel messy. And then once she's aware of it all, there's this deep clarity behind it, deep peace, and a deep love for herself, the other, the experience. Because then presence has been there this entire time. And she's been the witness of all of it. And it's integrated. And in that integration, just another layer of stories, roles, identities, surface level shit has been shed. And her true essence remains. Because nothing can rock presence. Nothing. And that's where she sits. She's learning to be this stable presence while in this world where everything goes. Where you can put on any sort of identity role, play out any sort of habit, pattern, cycle. She's remembering to be the solid foundation that is at the core of every single living thing here. And it's very different to how she's lived. And it's very different to how a lot of people live. But in presence, that is the most stable place. So, if you're faced with experiences, people that rock you, note the rocking. The rocking means you're not anchored in presence, and there's some sort of story, identity role playing pattern cycle playing out here. And that rocking is inviting you to settle into your presence, into the deeper, the solid you. And how do you move from the rocking into the solid essence of who you are? I could say just become aware, but that's very simple, and I feel like minds want something deeper or more tangible. But that's as simple as it is. Be aware of what role you're playing, become aware of what role they are playing, or what role this situation is playing for you. What is the truth of this situation? What is it asking you to see? What realness is it asking you to speak? Because if it's rocky, it's not fucking real. And you don't have to figure it all out. You become aware of what you're ready to become aware of. You'll be met at the level that you're at, and it's fucking perfect. People may not understand you. People may confuse your clarity, that solid presence-ness about you, as that you don't care. But I cannot emphasize enough in words how deep the love is in presence and how much you truly care in there. But you're just done with the surface level. You're just done with the rocking. You're done with playing that role. But they may still sit there and then see that your non-reaction to this experience means that you don't care. And deeply you can see it all. And you have deep love and appreciation for them, for the experience. And to be honest with you, it's a really weird place to sit in when a lot of the world doesn't function like this. So Kate's finding a lot of her experiences at the moment requires deep integration because a lot of people are asleep, which she appreciates. There's a shift happening in consciousness and people are moving. But in the circles she finds herself in, it's asking her to anchor deeper into this awareness, into presence, and stop trying to teach others or point or literally explain what they're missing. It's not her job. Their job is to have their own experiences and come to their own awarenesses. And so after the last few weeks, there's just been these consistent experiences she's been faced with that have just kind of like chipped at the layers, and then today has gotten to the core of it. And once she realized and could see all of it, and had moved through her reactional state and silent state and all the different things she was used to playing out, she stepped into deep clarity. And then slept for 2 hours solid, as if the body was like, fucking finally, you may now rest. And this now feels complete.